Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in and taking the time to watch this review on the Graco TrueCoat Pro 2 handheld spray gun. This model is the 110 volt, so you will need quite a big transformer, and you're definitely going to need an extension lead. But this is a lot better than having a big machine like my previous one, the Wagner. Basically for the reason of cleaning out. When you got the big spraying machines with the long hose and you start spraying oil-based paints, the cleaning out is astronomical. It's a big thing when it comes to spray guns, is cleaning out. And on the old model, I got like a 15-metre hose, so can you imagine trying to clean that 15 metre? I used about a gallon of turps to clean it out, not good. Where with this handheld one, you just use a lot less turps if you're spraying oil-based paint, and if you're using emulsion, you just got to use water to clean it out. I mean, you can clean it out to an extent while you're at work, and then when you go home at night and you've chilled out a bit, you can like give it a proper clean out. I use this for a day, cutting in all the ceiling lines, doing behind the backs of rads, etc. And as you'll probably see in one of my videos, it got really shit up. It was just like covered in paint. So don't think they're going to stay looking like a nice blue colour, because they're going to get like covered in overspray, etc. But not a big deal. At the end of the day, I bought this because of the cutting in the new plots. That's what I bought it for, to make my life easier when it comes to house bashing. And one of the big things in house bashing, especially if you've got like a big 4-bed, 5-bed, 3-storey, is the cutting in with emulsion. And I don't know whether you're aware, but I was using Dulux Supermat, and like it's really shit at covering, I'll tell you. But this, you have to go over it a couple of times, but with that particular white, but it did the job. Yeah, it did the job, so it was quite good. Right then, about the actual machine, the tips, when you come to buying them, you've got to buy the whole tip and this spray guard thing here. Comes with a 515 tip, so you're getting quite a wide spread on that. You've got your adjustments for the pressure from 1 to 10. I mean, 1 is like adequate. I mean, I was like cutting in on like 1, 2, 3, so that was quite good. Right then, here, look, one of the bad points about this, the lead. I'm not joking, the actual wire they used for this is shit, because it was just getting tangled up. I was literally working off the 110 lead, because this was all like tangled up. So I don't think much to the actual quality of the wire, to be honest. One of the good things about it is, due to the fact that you've got this weighted pickup, so as you can see, whenever you bend like that, you see it's picking the paint up. So you can virtually spray it upside down and it picks the paint up, which is absolutely brilliant. Right, you don't get a lot of paint in the actual cup. I mean, for your average room, I was filling it up about, 3 or 4 times just to do one room, which I thought was going to be a big problem, but it wasn't, to be fair. Once you get the technique of filling this up quite quickly, it doesn't really bother you how many times you have to fill it up, to be honest. Get yourself one of them funnels. I'll do a video on, you know, the fastest way to fill them up. But get yourself a funnel, tip the paint in, and jobs are good. And like, it didn't really, after an hour of using it, it didn't really bother me filling it up. Would have been nice to have a longer cup or a bigger cup, but probably affects the weight then. So yeah, it was pretty good. When it comes down to like thinning the paint, I mean, I don't know whether it was me, but I noticed that when it was neat, I was getting a lot of blockages with like brand new paint. So I started thinning it down a bit and I didn't seem to have so much problem. So, you know, probably best to thin it down a little bit. The overall construction seems pretty solid, to be honest. Pretty solid and robust. So yeah, pretty good. Like I say, the only bad point I can really point out is the actual wire is like shit, because it tangles up really quickly and you end up like literally working off the 110 lead, which ends up about it. When it comes to the actual case that it comes in, it's in a really, it's a bit of a cheap, tacky case, carrying case. It's thin plastic. You know, I would have expected like something made out of metal for the money you're paying, just under 500 quid for one of these. So I would have expected a better case. The only drawback you're going to have, obviously, it's not battery powered, and you know, if you're doing a new plot, like I do all the time, you're going to need power on. If you ain't got the power on, then you've got to have a generator, transformer and a lead, which I'm not sure what generator you need for these, but I should imagine you've got to have a decent size one, not the one I bought, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, pretty good. Cleaning out time took me about, at work I spent a good half an hour trying to clean it up from just using emulsion. I mean, this spray bottle thing, it was absolutely caked in paint, and towards the end when it was spraying, it got that much paint on it that it was actually spitting the paint off, throwing the paint off here onto the walls. So yeah, cleaning out takes quite a long time, but you know, using less stuff to clean it out. Imagine trying to clean a 15 metre hose out. Takes quite a while. But yeah, cleaning out, it's not too bad. Half an hour, then I took it over and cleaned it out there. Just give it a wipe down. As you can probably see, it's still got bits of paint all over it, but you know, it's not here to look pretty at the end of the day. So yeah, overall, good machine. It does spray well. I've got to admit, it does do a good spray on that. I'm going to actually spray some doors next with satin finish. So yeah, so that's it. That's your Graco TrueCoat Pro 2 review. Not a lot more to say about it, to be honest. It is quite a good bit of kit. I think I will be using this quite a lot as long as I've got power. One thing I would say is, if you get one, don't try and rush when you start using it. Just take your time. You're going to save time once you start using it. If you start your day, right, I'm going to start cutting in all the wall area, so I ain't got to do it by brush yet. You're going to save a shitload of time on your cutting in. So don't think once you start spraying you've got to rush around like an idiot, because you haven't. Because you're going to save time anyway. Just take your time going around. Don't try and rush. The speed will come at a later point. So yeah, that's about it really. I hope you enjoyed the review on that Graco. I was contemplating on the battery power one, but the length of time the batteries last, I don't think it's going to work. You know, you got like 10 minutes or 15 minutes max working time per battery. Bit dodgy in it when you're trying to get around the whole house, and it's going to take you near enough all day. There is another one out there, which is the average battery one is like 20 volt one. There is another one out there that's got like a 28 volt battery, but like it's 1,500 quid, but it's got like fancy flashing lights all over it and everything. And that's supposed to have like, what is it, you're supposed to be able to like spray a gallon of paint per battery, but 1,500 you'd want to, wouldn't you? But yeah, so that's it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, just press on that little picture of me holding the candle, and share. From the candle man. Catch you later. The Graco TrueCoat Pro 2.